What's going on, everybody? It's Brett Pro Angel bringing you today another deck profile. So I've been having so much fun with Sky Striker. This is a fan favorite deck, and I think I found an optimal list. So with critiquing and testing and through all the tweaks, this is the list that I've concluded with. So without further ado, I'm just gonna go ahead and dive into the deck profile. So to start things off, I run the standard 3 Ray. Gotta have 3. Ray is bae. And then I do run 2 Rose. Rose is so important not to run. You kind of gotta have her. She's pretty good though. Like once you get used to like actually using Rose, she's actually a very good utility card. She can out Dragoon. She's a free summon. Some people misuse Rose, but you know, just properly using Rose and actually saving her as a resource just can help your future plays of Sky Striker. This is a very complicated deck, but you know, if you make the right line of plays and save as many resources as you can definitely get there. All right, and then moving on to the Sky Striker spell cards, I run 3 Widow Anchor. 3 Widow is kind of important. And then I also run 2 Shark Cannon. I opt to run 2 Area 0. You don't really need 3 of this, especially with running Rose. The 1 Engage. We also run 1 Multi-Roll because it's at 1. We would run more if we had more. 1 Drones, 1 Jamming Waves, and 1 Afterburner. I think this lineup is pretty solid. Jamming Waves, it's kind of meh in the deck, but I mean, it does come up if you run against back row or even like Sky Striker or Sky Striker Mirror Match, Tri Brigade. Jamming Waves does come up. The card is too good not to play, but it's kind of mediocre. It's good / mediocre, but yeah. So this is, in my opinion, the most optimal ratios. Afterburner's at 1. Some people run 2, but it can be a brick. You want to see more optimal cards. Plus, it's searchable. So yeah, that's pretty much it for these ratios. Moving on to the other spell cards, I do run 2 Foolish Burial Goods, 1 Metal Foes Fusion. It's just a free draw. Why not? Reinforcements to the army. I am main decking a Harpy Feather Duster. You got to be able to out other back row. You can't lose to back row decks. And then 1 Upstart Goblin, 1 Terraforming, and 1 Mystic Mine. We don't use Mine as a win condition in this deck. We use Mine to really just, you know, facilitate trying to get to our rows. I don't like running Desires in this deck. I think Mine just fills the void of, you know, the Desires, especially having Terraforming. This deck is just so incredible. I don't like Desires in this deck at all. I know it's a +1, but I'm just not a fan. So yeah, and then next for my hand traps, I do run 3 Nib. Nib is just so good in this format. It keeps coming in and out of the format, and I think now it's just better than ever. And then 3 Ash. Ash is just the most versatile hand trap in the game. And then I do run 3 Veiler. To top it off, with the 3 Veiler, I am also opting to run 3 Imperm. So, you know, the 3 Veiler, 3 Imperm, it's really good. They serve as, these are not high impact hand traps, but if you see a combination of these, these hand traps just do a lot of damage. Against Drytron, if you see a Veiler and an Imperm, you're probably gonna stop what they're doing if you do it at the right time and they don't have like Orange Light. Nibs, another thing, you know, there's so many decks in the format that just get hit by Nib right now. So yeah, the only other 3 main deck cards that I'm choosing to run, some may like it, some may not, but I think it's really optimal, and that card is Solemn Strike. I think Strike is crazy right now. Like, seriously, yeah, I might side it out if I know I'm going second, like if I know my opponent's about to go first, but I am running a going first striker deck, so I feel like Solemn Strike is just really good in here. All right, moving on to the extra deck, we're gonna start with the Sky Striker monsters. I run, you know, 2 Hayate. Don't necessarily need 3 in this deck. Let's be honest, you really don't need 3, in my opinion. And then next, we got 3 Kagari. Gotta have 3 Kagari. You can't run any less than 3. Kagari is probably arguably the best one. Yes, I got 1 ugly Kagari, 1 super rare, and 1 prismatic. Mixed match rarities because we are the finest. And then, of course, you gotta have 3 Shizuku. Shiz is probably next to Kakari, the next best Sky Striker monster. And then we do run 1 Zeke and 1 Kaina. Kaina's good, you gotta have it, and Zeke just, you can out stuff using Rose as a utility card. This lineup is so good. Moving on to the rest of the extra deck, I run 1 Hauki Fibrax, 1 Nightmare Phoenix, 1 Celine for OTKing, 1 Ningirsu, and 1 access code talker. I feel like this is just standard in most people's lists, just to be quite honest with you. You know, Ningirsu, you need an out to Dragoon at least, more than just access code. You can't just have 1 out to Dragoon. You know, Hulk just facilitates the plays. Phoenix is too good not to have. So yeah, I feel like these are all self-explanatory, which is why you only run 1 Hayate. Moving on to the side deck, I do run 3 Gamma Seal. Gamma Seal is so good right now. I just think, you know, just outing somebody's ultimateness with a Gamma Seal and then just popping off is just so good. And then I do run 2 Phantasma in the sideboard. I don't mainboard this because there's decks that's not that strong against, like Virtual World. But yeah, Phantasma I just think is, it creeps in and out of the format, and I think right now it's really good. And then, of course, 2 Cycle Reader. We got to have a way to deal with Drytron if they win the dice roll. And then I do run 2 Skullmeister. Skullmeister, I think, is just a really underrated hand trap. It's really, really underrated. And then we do run 1 Pank. Pank is too good in Striker not to play. And then I do run 2 Twin Twisters. Gotta have an out to Prank Kids Fusion. Plus this, you know, helps against other back row decks. So the last 3 cards of the side deck, I run 3 Shared Ride. Shared Ride is crazy in Sky Striker, but you don't want to have this if you're going second. So, I mean, let's be honest. I only side this in if I'm going first. I might side out like, you know, 3 Nibs for 3 Shared Ride if I'm going first, depending on what deck I'm playing against. And I feel like this side deck has been going very, very well for me. It's been going in, guys. So, yeah, I really hope you all like the list. I've been having a lot of fun with Sky Striker. Shared Ride is crazy. This card been going in, guys. So, yeah, make sure you drop a like, comment down below. Let me know what you thought of this list. So yeah, I love Sky Striker. I really hope you appreciated this. This is Brett Pro Angel reporting out.